Wow, folks, we are live, a Force for Good live from the great British city of Glasgow, coming to you here from the heart of the Glasgow Pollok constituency. I am in the beautiful Bellahouston Park, which is located just to the side, inside of Glasgow Pollok. And we are launching a campaign from today, a series of broadcasts, live outside broadcasts, which are going to be made from throughout the constituency of Glasgow Pollok, because it is here where we are going to unseat the injustice minister who calls himself Humza Yousaf. Okay, we are going to give Humza the heave. This is our countdown to the great Scottish ejection with 35 days to go. Okay, 35 days to go to the great Scottish ejection, which is going to be happening on Thursday, the 6th of May. This is our first broadcast of 20 outside broadcasts from around the Glasgow Pollok constituency. And we're starting off here today in the lovely Bellahouston Park. Now, our aim, of course, is to give Humza the heave, but we're also going to purge the scourge. And we want to make it known to people. We want to make it known to people that Humza and Sturgeon can be unseated via the first past the post mechanism. Humza is only standing in Glasgow Pollok. If he loses Glasgow Pollok, he is out of Holyrood, and that will be the proper justice for the injustice minister. After what he has done to Scotland with his anti-free speech law and his other strange, weird laws and obsessions, if he loses, then he is out of Holyrood. So that is our goal that we have set ourselves here. And we're going to be going around the constituency every day. And you know what? We might even bump into Humza. And if we do, we're going to ask him what he's got planned up for when he loses his seat. Is he going to get a proper job after all? That's going to be our question to him. What's going to be your job when you lose your seat, Humza? Now, when he loses his seat at the great Scottish ejection. So we have to get Humza out of Glasgow Pollok. Now, how did he get elected in 2016? Okay, let me tell you an open secret. The turnout here in Glasgow Pollok was unfortunately abysmal. Of approximately 61,000 people, Humza got elected by just over 15,000 of them, which is to say that 3 in 4 people in Glasgow Pollok did not vote for Humza. Okay, the turnout was abysmal. If we can get the turnout up, then we can make sure that everybody who doesn't like Humza votes him out. Okay, so we can get him out of Glasgow Pollok if everybody turns out to vote. So what that means is you need to be registered to vote. Now, if you're not registered to vote, you've got until the 19th of April. Okay, Monday, the 19th of April. That is the final day when you can register to vote. Now, if you're not registered to vote, you have to get there. If you know people who are not registered to vote, if your mates are not registered to vote, please do help them get to that address, and please do help to sign them up to register to vote. Because if you're not registered to vote, then what on earth can you do? Okay, so you can't complain. That's what you can't do. You can't complain if you're not registered to vote. Okay, so that's the first thing that everybody can do, is make sure you and your mates are registered to vote. That's an important thing that we can do. Okay, that helps to get Humza out. That helps to give Humza the heave. Okay, we can we can get Humza out. So let's do this. We can get the man out. Now, what is Glasgow Pollok? Okay, I'm going to read the areas of Glasgow which represent Glasgow Pollok. And if you live in any of these areas, then unfortunately, Humza is your MSP. So if you're living in down on, for example, down on the Clyde near BAE Systems in the Elder Park area, in the Shield Hall area, that's in Glasgow Pollok. Anywhere in Drummoyne or West Drummoyne, that's Glasgow Pollok. Pennylee, Hillington, Cardonald, Craigton, Crookston, Moss Park, that's all Glasgow Pollok. Hawkhill, Corker Hill, Priest Hill, House Hill Wood, Nits Hill, South Nits Hill, Darnley, Arden, all the way down to Jenny Lind. That is Glasgow Pollok. Okay, it's a big area, and we need to get the turnout up in these areas. If you live in any of these areas, then Humza is your MSP. Now, in the next 19 of these broadcasts, I'm going to be making the case from various parts of the constituency about the benefits of our great United Kingdom. Because right now we are in a struggle for the survival of Scotland in a political, but also in a spiritual and moral sense as well. Okay, and we see that with the attacks that Humza has been making upon our traditional Scottish values of free speech and freedom of inquiry and freedom of expression. It does not appear to occur to him that these are all against our Scottish values. So we are coming up at this Scottish ejection in a struggle for the survival of Scotland and, of course, our wider United Kingdom. And Humza and the SNP represent a core betrayal of our nation's values. They are betraying Scotland, okay, and they are ignoring the lessons of our history. That here in Scotland we embrace freedom of thought, we embrace freedom of expression. We oppose the radical indoctrination that the SNP in its current form has moved towards and is enacting. And these go against lots of the values of people who themselves are Scottish nationalists. And if you're a Scottish nationalist watching this, I understand where you're coming from. What can you do at this election? My advice to you, if you voted for Humza back in 2016 when you didn't know who he was, when he was riding the wave of the SNP popularity at the time, if you're one of those folks, then this time around, on the constituency ballot, on the first past the post vote for Humza, just sit on your hands. Sit on your hands and don't vote SNP. Okay, because remember, you'll get a second vote and you can vote for whoever you want on the second proportional representation ballot paper. But my advice to the SNP supporters who don't like the direction of the SNP is, in the first round, in the first ballot, on the first past the post ballot, just sit on your hands and don't vote for Humza. And in fact, vote for anyone but Humza. Because we have to get this guy out. He got in when nobody knew who he was in 2016. He got in because he was riding the wave of the SNP at the time, and he got in because so many people in this constituency did not bother to vote. So let's change that this time. Let's get out, let's vote, and vote for anyone but Humza. And if you can't bring yourself to vote for other people, then just sit on your hands. Don't vote. That's the best thing, because that's also using your vote as well. Okay, folks, thanks for the comments that have been coming in. Lots of folks there making some good comments. Good to see you in here, Adam and Alan and Ben and Tony and Jamie. Jamie says, hope our brethren in Scotland realise the seriousness of the consequences of all regarding breaking the union. Absolutely. Here in Scotland, we see all of the United Kingdom as belonging to everybody in the United Kingdom, regardless of where in the United Kingdom you come from. All of the UK belongs to all of the people in the United Kingdom. That's the heart of the pro-UK message, and that's the one that the Scottish nationalists, unfortunately, are trying to break up. Folks, this is our countdown to the great Scottish ejection with 35 days to go. And we're going to give Humza the heave and get him out on the 6th of May with 35 days to go. And we're going to purge the Sturge and get her out of the way with 35 days to go. We're going to do this, and we're going to count down each day. We'll be back again tomorrow. That's the core message at the moment, is at the Scottish ejection, we are going to give Humza the heave. We are going to get Humza out. And of course, we're going to purge the Sturge. We're going to purge the Sturge on the 6th of May. Going to purge the Sturge and get her out of the way. Folks, this is Alistair McConaughey broadcasting to you from the heart of our great British city of Glasgow, with 35 days to go before we get Humza out and before we purge the Sturge. I'll be back again tomorrow from another part of our wonderful constituency here in Glasgow Pollok, telling you to remember to register to vote if you're not already registered, and also reminding you that we're going to get Humza out. Folks, thanks for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow round about the same time. Take care, and please share this on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Take care.